Hi there, my name is Sabine. I'm a yoga teacher here in Sydney, and thank you so much for joining me today for this 45 to 60 minute class. We're currently in the autumn equinox, which means that we are moving towards winter. And even if for you, you're maybe watching this in a different part of the world or at a different time, you can still work with the theme we're working with today, which is reflecting back on the last months, checking in with ourselves, and then setting intention for the next months. So that's kind of our rough topic for today. So we'll start with grounding down and then move through our sequence, and at the end we'll do a short meditation as well. So to arrive into the space, just find a comfortable seat. That might be cross-legged, you might be could be kneeling, or for example sitting in different positions, any way you like to sit. So whatever feels comfortable for you, and then placing your hands somewhere on your body, maybe your hands on your knees or in your lap. And if you feel comfortable, you might also choose to close down your eyes and fully arrive into your body here. And slightly lean into your back body. So we have the tendency to lean forward and go into action mode. But by leaning into our back body, we can actually connect with that yin energy, that feminine energy. The energy that connects us to resting, to reflecting, to relaxing. And then just feel and use your senses to arrive into the space. Maybe you can feel your mat underneath your sitting bones. Maybe if you're outdoors, you might feel the wind on your skin. Maybe hear some noises around you. And you're hearing my voice. And then take some deep breaths into your belly. So inhaling into your belly inflates. And then exhale, letting go of all the air. Exhaling everything out. And another deep inhale here. And exhale to arrive. And let your breath come back to your normal rhythm. And checking in with yourself here. So when we cultivate silence and stillness in our body, we can start to listen to the beautiful signs of our body. We can listen to our thoughts. So just see what is currently present for you. Maybe there's a worry that's in your mind. Maybe you've been injured and you're feeling pain somewhere in your body. Or maybe you just feel really spacious right now. And without any judgment, just observe what is there for you. Just acknowledge and accept this moment fully. And from here, bring your hands in front of your heart. You might want to set an intention for this class, and that could be to be fully present, or to listen to your body, honor your boundaries, or anything else that relates to you that you feel like would be a beautiful intention for you for the next 45 minutes or so. And then when you feel ready, you might start floating your eyes open and bring yourself in a tabletop position here. So your hands are underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips. And then inhale your chest forward, tailbone reaches up to the sky, look up. Exhale, looking towards your navel, round your back, pressing into your hands. Inhale takes you forward, open your chest. And exhale to coil in, rounding your back, bringing your ribs to your hips. And keep moving with your own breath. So the inhale brings you forward, and the exhale brings you in. You might even want to close down your eyes and fully take your attention internal to listen to what your body needs here. And a beautiful way to honor your body needs could also be moving intuitively. So you might want to roll through the side of your ribs, maybe bringing movements into your hips, creating circles or even circles over your wrists. So see what feels comfortable for you. And you can also stay with your normal cat and cow. And then from here we are going through thread the needle. So coming to stillness into your tabletop position. Inhale your right hand up. And then exhale, bring your arm and your shoulder down. Maybe resting your head down. You can extend your left hand forward, or maybe taking a bind, or just leaving it where it is. If you got the bind, just bring your hands behind your back, maybe even catching the inside of your thigh, and inviting you to twist open here. We are staying connected to the earth, so this really helps us to ground down, helps us to listen inside of us. Take another deep inhale here. And then grounding your left hand down. Inhale, right hand up. And bring your right hand down. Bring your right foot out to the side into 45-degree or 90-degree angle, and then stepping your left foot back so you're in a supported side plank. Left hand reaches up, and then start floating your left foot up. And if you like, you can bend your knee here and catch your foot behind you. So you're pressing the foot into your hand, opening up. So creating a little circle here with your leg and your upper body. Opening up the psoas muscle, stretching the quads. And then with control, let go of your foot and step your foot to the front. Bring your right foot in so you're in a lunge position. Inhale your arms up and come out of the lunge a little bit. And then exhale, cactusing your arms, sinking deeper into your lunge. We're moving with our breath. Inhale, arms reach up, come slightly out of the lunge. Exhale, bending your elbows, sinking deeper into your lunge. One more round. Inhale to come up. And exhale to cactusing your arms. And then bring your left hand down. Inhale, right hand up, stretching into the side. You might want to use a block here if you have one, or you can also place your hand onto your leg, onto your knee, and then stretching into your right ribs, into your right side, maybe looking up to the sky. And then slowly bringing both hands down, coming into a child's pose, so toes together, knees wide apart, or if it feels better for you, you might also bring your knees together. And then sit your hips back onto your heels as far as you can and walk your hands out in front, resting your forehead down, your upper body down to the earth. And a beautiful pose here to check in again with yourself. How does it feel to start moving? Maybe what has shifted so far? And then inhale to come up. Bring yourself back into your tabletop position. Knees underneath your hips, hands underneath your shoulders. And then we're moving over to the other side. So inhale your left hand up. And exhale, threading the needle, bringing your left. Next, inhale, left hand up, and left hand grounds back down. Your left foot comes out to the side, and your right foot extends back. You're in a side plank. Inhale, right hand up, and start floating your right foot. Bend your knee here and catch your foot behind you, pressing your foot into your hand, helping you to open your chest forward. So it's a similar motion to dancer's pose, just that we are on the ground. And then slowly let go of your foot, your hand comes down, and step your right foot to the front, bringing your left foot in so you're in a low lunge. Inhaling your arms up, and then cactusing your arms, sinking low into your lunge. The inhale takes you up and out of the lunge, hands reach up. Exhale to cactus your arms, bend your elbows. One more round, inhale, hands up. Exhale, bending your elbows. And then bring your right hand either onto a block, onto the earth, or onto your leg. Inhale your left hand up and over. Stretching into the side ribs here. And even though we've got both sides and we do the poses on both sides, the experience might be completely different. So just be curious about that. And then inhale, bringing both hands down. Slide your knee next to the other one. Hands ground down, tuck your toes and come into your first downward facing dog. So your hands are shoulder width distance apart, feet are hip width distance apart, and spread your fingers to really ground into the earth. So you want to press your knuckles into the earth. And then by pressing the earth away, you find that long spine. So your hips reach up and back. You might also want to walk out your feet, pedal your heels, bending into one knee at a time. And then inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, step to the front of your mat. Inhale to halfway lift, find a long spine. You can either have your hands onto the mat or maybe onto your chins. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rolling all the way up to standing, bringing your hands up to the sky. Look up. And exhale, hands come in front of your heart. Inhale, reaching your hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, bring your hands down, step into your plank. You might also bring your knees down here. Inhale to shift forward. Exhale, lowering all the way down to lie down. Untuck your toes. Inhale, come into cobra, press into the tops of your feet and into the earth. Your elbows squeeze together. And exhale, lower down, tuck your toes and lift into your downward facing dog. Maybe readjusting your stance. Take a moment to arrive back into your downward facing dog. And then inhale to lift your heels, look forward and step to the front. On your next inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe bending your knees here, interlacing your arms, holding your elbows into ragdoll, and just resting over your lower body. You might rest your upper body onto your thighs, and let go of your head. We hold a lot of tension in our neck, maybe even swaying from right to left if that feels good for you, or up and down. And then release the grip of your hands. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then the next inhale brings you up to standing all the way up. Hands reach to the sky. And exhale, bringing your hands in front of your heart. And maybe even reconnecting here with your intention you set at the beginning of class. And then inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale, step back into your plank. Inhale to come forward, maybe bringing your knees down. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, float your right leg up to the sky and step your right foot on the inside of your right hand. So you're in a lunge. Left hand grounds down, or maybe if you have a block, you can also put your hand on a block. Inhale, right hand up for easy twist. And then we are going to take a pulsation here. So on an exhale, bring your right hand underneath you, almost as if you were trying to hug yourself. And then inhale, your right hand reaches up, coming back into easy twist. Exhale, hand underneath your hamstrings. And inhale, hand reaches up. One more round. Exhale to hug yourself. Inhale, arm reaches up. And then bring your left knee behind your right foot to come down, to sit down into a seated twist. So you can either sit here in your twist, or if this feels not available to you, you might reach out your left leg forward and just have your right foot on the outside of your left leg. So either way works for you. And then your right hand reaches back behind you. Inhale, left hand to the sky. And exhale, take the twist, hooking your left elbow outside your right knee. And look over your right shoulder here. And take a moment to take that gaze internally. And then on the next inhale, come forward, and we are coming the same way out we came in. So bringing weight into your right leg, stepping your left foot back, you're in a lunge. And then walk your hands over to the left into your Skandasana at the back of the mat. And from here, take intuitive flow from right to left. So you're moving from one knee to the other, and let this be really expressive. So it's a beautiful way to really look inside of us and reflect. But then we also want to bring out and express ourselves into the world. And this is a beautiful flow and a beautiful pose to really maybe show maybe creative ways to move through this. And you can imagine water underneath you. You can stay high, you can go down low. So really make this pose your own here. And then come to the front. And from here, we're gonna lift up into standing split. So pressing into your right leg, your upper body comes down. And you're trying to bring your upper body close to your right leg. And then left foot steps next to right. And you're forward folding over your leg. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. So you're flossing through your spine. One more round. Inhale, finding the halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands down. You might want to jump in chaturanga or step down into your plank, and then choosing your way and your vinyasa. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. And also there's always child's pose available to you. So one of the poses we did at the beginning, bringing your knees down and your hips down. So if you feel like downward facing dog is too much for you sometimes, you can come into this pose. Otherwise, you might want to stay in downward facing dog for now and keep moving with me here over to the other side. So inhale your left leg up, and then exhale, step your left foot close to your left hand on the inside of your left hand. Right hand grounds down, and you can choose to grab a block here if you like. And then inhale, left hand up. And exhale, bringing your left hand underneath you. Hug yourself, bring your head in, your chin in. Inhale, looking up, reaching hand up. Exhale, relax your head. So we're moving between setting our intention and bringing ourselves out into the world, and then also taking the gaze internal and seeing what we would actually like to do and how would we like to be perceived. And then bring your right knee close to or on the outside of your left foot, and to sit down into your twist. And again, you've got the option to extend your right foot forward if you like here. And then left hand comes behind you. Inhale, right hand up. And exhale to twist. Bring your right elbow on the outside of your left leg, which helps you twist around, looking over your left shoulder. And then the inhale brings you back forward. And we're coming out the same way we came in. So come through your lunge here. And then walk your hands over to the right into your Skandasana. So you're bending into the back to your right knee, and then moving over to your left, making sure your toes are pointed out to a 45-degree angle, and you're bending over your knees. And then from here you can take any expressive motion, whatever you would like to do here. And maybe even something different to what you did at the beginning. And this equinox is a beautiful way to set new intentions and to decide who we want to be for this next 6 months. And then come to the top of your mat, bring your weight into your left leg, right foot floats up, standing splits. And then right foot next to left, forward fold, inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward and make your way into downward facing dog, however you want to get there. You might want to step into plank and go through your vinyasa, or come directly into your downward facing dog. And maybe you feel called to go via child's pose, rest there for a little bit. So whatever it is, just listen to what you would like to do. In this first part, we've stayed fairly close to the ground, which really helps us bring this gaze internal and reflect, ground down, connect with our true self. And then once we have done the work, we can then go out with clarity, with a vision, with a mission. So from here, inhale, right leg up to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot on the inside of your right hand. Set your left foot up for warrior one. So we want to find a 45-degree angle. Bend into your right knee. Inhale to come up. Both of your hip bones are pointing forward, so you might want to self-adjust yourself by bringing your hands to your hips and rotating your right hip back, your left hip forward. And at the same time, we want to lift the inside arch of our left foot as well. So it's a bit of a balance between bringing our hips to square and lifting the inside arch. And then inhale your hands up. And feeling the energy that flows from the tops of your fingers all the way down to the earth and the other way around, from the earth all the way up through the tops of your fingers. And standing in your strong variation of warrior one. And then bring your hands in front of your heart. Inhale to lean forward. Lift off your left heel. And on an exhale, twist over to the right. So left elbows hooking outside the right knee. Twisting over to the right. And make sure you're not sinking too low into your lunge, but staying into that 90-degree angle of your right knee. And then inhale to come back through center. Bring weight into your right leg. And hop off, coming into warrior three with prayer arms. So you want to find that length between your left leg and the crown of your head. Find a point you can focus on as well if you struggle maybe with balance. And then you're slowly stepping it back, coming into warrior two. So for warrior two, we want to find a heel to heel or heel to arch alignment. And you're bending into your front knee, into your right knee. Make sure you can see the inside, you can see the big toe on the inside of your knee. And then reach your arms forward. Make sure your fingers are active as well, so we don't want to have like floppy hands. We're really reaching out into our environment. And from here, we're going to do a little pulsation. So on the inhale, we bring our hands in, lengthen your leg. And then exhale to sit back into warrior two, reach your hands out. And keep moving with your own breath. Inhale through center. And then exhale, reaching out. And I think this is a beautiful move and a beautiful symbol from this dance that we do between reflecting and then whatever we reflected on, maybe new ideas we've got. We then bring them out with strength, with vision. And the next time you're in warrior two, stay here. Inhale to flip and reverse your warrior. And exhale, side angle. Bringing your elbow down to your knee. Inhale, left hand up and over. One more round on your next inhale. Reverse your warrior. Exhale, finding side angle. Inhale to come up. Lengthen your front leg. On your next inhale, reach forward and shift your hips back. If you can't reach forward anymore, bring your hand down onto your leg. Left hand reaches up. If you've got a block, you might also place your block on the inside or outside of your leg on any setting. And then look up into the sky. And imagine here a wall behind you that you're slightly leaning back into. And then bend into your right knee, left hand comes down, twisting over to the right into reverse Skandasana. So right hand reaches back. You might also walk your right foot a little bit along the mat to give your hip a little bit more space. And then inhale, hand up and over, and step your foot into a side plank here. So right foot can stack on top of left, or maybe even on the side. You can also drop down to your knee and find a supportive side plank. And then right hand comes down and coming into your plank, moving into your vinyasa. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. And over to the other side. So inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, step your left foot to the front. Inhale, reaching your hands up. And set your back foot up for warrior one if you haven't already. And then standing into your warrior. So checking again with your feet. You can see the big toe on the inside of your left knee. And bring your hands in front of your heart. Inhale to lean forward. And then exhale, twist over to the right, hooking your right elbow outside your left knee. And bring your right heel up, so you're on the balls of your foot, of your right foot. And the inhale takes you forward into center and come into your warrior three. So your right leg floats up. Your hips are still in alignment. So you might want to wrap your right hip down slightly. And your right foot is flexed and pointing down. Find a point to gaze, to look at, your drishti. And then step back, coming into your warrior two variation. So either heel to heel or heel to arch. And I'll swap sides for you. And then inhale, bringing your hands in front of your heart, lengthen your front leg. Exhale, reaching your hands out, coming back into warrior two, look over your hand. 2 more rounds, moving with your own breath. You can imagine this light almost that you're bringing from the inside of your heart. So your soul into the world. So bringing your mission, bringing your ideas into the world. 1 more round. And exhale, warrior two. On your next inhale, flip and reverse your left hand coming into reversed warrior two, keeping your front leg bent. And then exhale, side angle. Maybe if you've got a block at home, you might also reach your hand down onto a block. 1 more round with your breath. Inhale, reaching your left hand up and over. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, back into warrior two. Lengthen your front leg. On your next inhale, you're reaching forward and coming into Trikonasana. Left hand down, right hand up. And you have that feeling of the wall again that you're slightly leaning back into. Your legs are strong, you're using your toes to balance. And then bring your right hand down, bend into your knee. And pivot over to the left, so you're coming into reverse Skandasana. So your right foot is basically into a side plank position. You might want to walk your left foot a little bit down for more space with your hip. And then inhale to come with your hand up and over. And stack your left foot on top of your right, or maybe in front. And you can also drop into your side plank, into your supported side plank. And from here, both hands down. Come through plank, maybe bringing your knees down if you like, and moving through your vinyasa. And we'll meet in a downward facing dog. And take a moment here to arrive back into the space. Maybe pedaling out your toes. And checking in how you're feeling. And then inhale your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, bring your right knee behind your right wrist and come down for pigeon pose. So if you're very open, you might want to have your chin parallel to the short edge side of your mat, or bring your foot a little bit further in. So my hips are generally quite tight. So I bring my foot a little bit further in. If this feels unavailable and your right hip floats up too high off the ground, you can also come into deer pose. So bending your left knee and just folding over your right shin. So whatever you choose, just choose whatever works for your body basically. And then you're staying up here, take one inhale in wherever you are, pigeon or deer. And then the exhale takes you forward. You can rest the forehead on, you can also stack your fists on top of each other, or just rest your forehead onto the earth if you've got the space. And catching your breath, maybe even swaying from side to side. And also checking in with your breath. How's your breath feeling now? What is your breath maybe wanting to tell you? Maybe there's a slight message for you. And inhale, coming up and moving over to the other side. So you can go again through downward facing dog or just switch legs, whatever works for you. If you come with me, lift your left leg up and then left knee behind left wrist. Extending your right leg back and see how far you want to open up your left knee. And deer pose is always an option for you as well. Inhale to lengthen and then exhale to calm down. Maybe onto your forearms, maybe onto your forehead and the back of your hands. And after we've been so active, it's a beautiful way to take the gaze again back internal and see how maybe the practice has affected your body, your mind, your thoughts, your breath. And then sit onto your left cheek. Bring your right around to come to sit down onto your mat. And slowly make your way down to lie down. Bring your feet underneath your knees for bridge pose, hip width distance apart. And then inhale, rolling up your spine. Maybe interlacing your hands underneath your butt and walking your shoulder blades closer together, pressing through the heels, lifting your hips up higher. And even though you're holding tension, your breath is still flowing naturally through your body. And then let go of the interlace. Slowly bring your hips back down. Take a moment to align your spine onto the earth. Maybe bringing your feet out wide, knocking your knees in together into active rest. And then bring your right knee into your chest, extend your left leg. And guide your right knee over to the left with your left hand. Right hand extends, looking over your right shoulder. So you're coming into a twist here. And if there's another type of twist that serves you better than this one, feel free to choose your own twist. And feeling the earth underneath you and the earth holding your body. So you're basically not doing anything. Everything is done for you. All you have to do is to rest, to trust, and to surrender to the earth. And the inhale takes you up. Switch sides, left knee into your chest, right leg extends. Maybe give yourself a little squeeze. And then guiding your knee over to the right side. Left hand reaches out, looking over your left shoulder. And shoulders stay connected to the earth. Maybe the side feels completely different, or maybe very similar. See what you can notice here. And the inhale takes you up. And we are coming into Shavasana. And if there's anything else you would like to do before we come into Shavasana, maybe a happy baby pose or anything else, feel free to do so. And yeah, I really want you to just listen to your body, listen to what you need, and use my cues and my sequence as an inspiration rather than a fixed guide. And whenever you feel ready, come into Shavasana, so lengthening your legs out, your toes rolling out to the side, maybe walking down your shoulders a little bit, creating space between your ears, your neck and your shoulders, and then having the palms open to the sky. And letting go of any tension that's maybe still in your body here. The beautiful thing about the equinox is about letting go. It's like a tree that's moving through the seasons, and we have phases where we bloom, we have phases where we let go to make space for something new, maybe something better. And maybe that's you right now. Maybe there's something in your life that it would be worth to let go of. Maybe right now there's a thought that you can put down, you can give to the earth, you can let go. Tension in your body, you can let go. Any feeling of rush. Anything that brings you out of the present moment. Just put it down for now. And in this next couple of minutes in Shavasana, be fully present in this pose with yourself. Slowly start deepening your breath. And invite movement back into your body through your fingers and your toes. And roll over to your right side. And when you feel ready, come up into a seat. Maybe keeping the eyes closed here. And taking the sensation of Shavasana with you. You could sit up on a block if you like as well. And resting your hands onto your knees or your lap. And we are going through a short meditation here, or a visualization actually. We're going to go through the past months visually. So if that feels very triggering for you, or something has happened in your life that you don't want to revisit, I would encourage you to maybe skip this meditation or skip this part. But if you feel okay with reviewing the last months, then you can come with me and join me. So connecting with your breath here, feeling your breath flowing in and out of you, and the relaxed energy in your body. And now start imagining how you're floating above yourself. So as if you were leaving your body, and you can see yourself now sitting on the ground, maybe on your yoga mat in your room or outdoors. And you can see yourself sitting there. And now imagine a timeline in front of you that goes into the past, and then at the same time also goes into the future. And now you're walking this timeline into your past, into the last months. Maybe if the equinox is happening for you, you're viewing summer now, and you're looking at yesterday. What did you do yesterday? Who did you meet the day before yesterday? Maybe last week or the beginning of the week. And with every breath, you're going further and further to the beginning of summer. And you're now seeing all the beautiful moments that you have had, the people that you've met, maybe the new opportunities that came your way, things that you've done, until you reach the beginning of summer. And you can see the person that you were at the beginning, just a couple of months ago. And feeling into that person and maybe the situation of you back then. And now you're making your way back to the present, so you're seeing again those moments. And maybe you also now see moments that didn't work out, or situations and relationships that didn't work out as planned. Maybe lessons that you learned through the past months. And also how those maybe first things that seemed opportunities actually turned into something good. How those moments also helped you to become who you are right now in the present. And how even those, what we would call them negative moments, actually turned out into something beautiful. Into moments we could learn from. And you're slowly and slowly arriving closer to the present. You're seeing yourself just a few days ago, and then arriving into today, you're seeing yourself once again sitting on the floor. And then you're making your way to the other side. So you're walking your path into the future. You're seeing yourself tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, and see if you can visualize your future here. Who are you meeting? What are you attracting into your life? Who are you becoming along the way towards winter? What opportunities might come your way here? What are you creating? What are you bringing into the world? And see if you can fully visualize your future. And if you're not a super visual person, you might smell or feel or taste your future. And then you're reaching to the end of winter, or maybe a different season depending on where you're on the planet. Just a couple of months from now, and you see yourself now as your version in about 6 months. Who are you in that version? How do you feel? What have you created? How or who have you become? And feeling gratitude for everything that is awaiting you here. Almost as if you were now looking back. So now you, from in 6 months, you're looking back onto all these moments that are still yet for you to come. But your future self has all lived these moments already. And you're feeling thankful for all the opportunities, all the people that come into your life. And with that feeling of gratitude, you're now walking back on the timeline into your present, into this present moment, reviewing, reliving all these milestones that you are going to hit, all these beautiful moments you're going to live. And you're coming closer and closer to today, until you again see yourself floating over yourself. You're now making your way back into your body. You're feeling the mat underneath you, your hands resting on your body, maybe your heartbeat, your breath. And bring your hands in front of your heart here and send gratitude for the past as well as for the future. And take a deep inhale here. And exhale to let go one more time. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this sequence and the meditation. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I see you for the next video. Thank you.